Welcome to day 12 of your results challenge. Now real quick, before we get into content, I want to make sure that you're doing something that we talked about at the end of week 1, which is every day when you're achieving a result, I want you to celebrate that result and just go, I'm awesome, I did something, it's amazing, because remember, it's about creating patterns around result achievement, not just working towards goal attainment, okay? So this week we're talking about time, and we've done some really productive exercises. I've got another one for you today. Today's going to be a little bit of a shorter video because I think you'll understand this concept really quickly. We've understood so far that we need to change our relationship with time. We need to control time and bend it to our will, not let it sort of rule the roost and control us. We do that by changing the way we think about time, interact with time, and talk about time. If you remember earlier in the week, we had you write down the ways that you complain about time. I don't have enough time, there's not enough hours in the day. I want you to go find that paper in just a minute because we're going to go back to those top 3 complaints and I'm going to have you do something with those 3 complaints. What I'm going to have you do is flip your language with those 3 complaints. Here's what I mean by that. Instead of saying, you know what, I don't have enough time, I want you to shift that and go, you know what, I have exactly the amount of time I need to get XYZ done, okay? Why? Because it's what you've got. And because it's what you've got, don't argue with reality. Reality is you've got an hour to get done XYZ, then that hour is the perfect amount of time to get done XYZ, okay? It's not, I'm not going to make time for that, or rather, it's not, I don't have time for that, it's I'm choosing not to create time for that, because remember, we're going to create the right allocation of time and you're in control. Okay, so now it's not, hey, I don't have time for that. Time is, throwing crap at me and I don't have time. It's I'm choosing not to create the time that I need for that, right? It's about your choice and your intention. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go back to your 3 complaints about time, and I want you to do some language flips, right? So if one of them was, I just don't have enough time during the day, I want you to say, you know what? I have exactly the amount of time I need during the day to get done a few things. Now here's one of the things we're going to talk about very soon, which is maybe you have too much on your plate and you're not properly allocating the resources you do have, which is why you feel put upon by time. By shifting this language with your complaints, you're going to take a step towards realizing that if you can shift the way you talk about and interact with time on a regular and daily basis, it's going to shift the way you think about it and it's going to shift the way time feels. You're going to realize you're actually creating all the time. The time isn't creating your day, you're creating your day by allocating time. So I want you to go back, look at the negatives, flip them into a way where you're in control of that statement as opposed to that time statement being in control of you, okay? So that's the result for today, and we'll see you tomorrow. We're going to take this step, or we're going to take one more step towards you changing your relationship with time. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.